Smoke it. Light it. Cut the cheese in squares, and don't be squares, just pile it. Then cold smoke it with a gun. Smoke it. Light it. Pour tequila, whiskey, or Hennessy in and ice it. Then cold smoke it with a gun. Before we get started, please support Blending with Henry by smashing that like and subscribe button, leave a comment, and visit me at blendingwithhenry.com. Your support is appreciated. You guys, I am obsessed with the Breville Smoking Gun Pro. It's my fave new toy that's been missing from my kitchen for years. Now, some foods just need that extra je ne sais quoi to make them next level tasting, and adding some cold smoke really does it for me. If you've never cooked your salmon via sous vide, you're missing out, but when you add some cold smoke afterwards, it's just perfect. Today we're going to cold smoke a veggie soup. I'll show you an easy way to make your version of Smokehouse almonds. And I love smoked olives, you guys. I just do. And did you know, when you buy smoked cheese, it's cold smoked in the factory? Now you can easily do this with a Smoking Gun Pro. Then we're going to tie it all together with some of the things that we smoked, laying them out on a charcuterie board. And I'm going to show you a fun way to present it at a party or to your dinner guests, and you will be a star. So let's do this. The Breville Smoking Gun Pro comes packaged with all the necessities to get started, including wood chips, batteries, and extra burn chamber filters. Also included is an instruction manual which I highly recommend you read, you guys, before use. And it includes a 1-year warranty card. The Smoking Gun Pro is made for cold smoking. Now this means you're not cooking your food. You're simply adding smoke to raw foods, cooked foods, or foods and liquids that don't require cooking. So all you do is add your wood chips to the chamber, and you only need a very small amount for a great deal of smoke. Switch it on, light it up, and adjust the fan speed for the amount of smoke you need to dissipate, and that's it. So let's smoke cheese. While you can smoke a small sized block of cheese, it's better to cut the cheese into smaller squares for easier smoke absorption. Also, if you elevate your cheese on a rack like shown, the smoke can circulate the cheese better. Adjust the fan speed so the maximum amount of smoke stays encapsulated. And as you see, some of it will escape for needed airflow. After allowing the smoke to soak into the cheese for 10 minutes, you get that hickory smoked bacon flavor and smell. Yum! One of my absolute favorite snacks are olives. To smoke the olives, I recommend using pitted olives so the smoke can soak through inside and out. Now with this type of bowl, you can use the included lid or plastic wrap. Oh, oops, I forgot to turn on the smoker. Now I have the Smoking Gun Pro on low speed. Now since this is a small bowl, this allows the smoke to dissipate slowly so most of the smoke stays in the bowl, and it doesn't blow out as much. Seal the lid in place and allow it to set for 10 minutes. During the 10 minutes, give the olives a quick toss so they will capture all the smoke inside. And I also recommend repeating this whole process after the first 10 minutes for a stronger smoke flavor. Olives tend to absorb the smoke so much that you don't see much smoke after you remove the lid, so it's normal. Let's see if I can pour these without spilling. Let's make a smoked vegetable soup. Now, go easy on me, you guys. I cheated a little using a jar of veggie soup and doctored it up with fresh roasted garlic and fresh basil, okay? Now, I'm blending it with the VITAMIX ASCENT Gold Label and Sage Color. I'm using the hickory chips, my personal favorite, and it's important to add a small amount to the burn chamber. Now, in this case, less is more. I'm going to turn the Smoking Gun Pro to low speed and increase if I need more smoke. Now, turning on the VITAMIX right away is optional, but I like to add the smoke while it's blending. Stop lighting the chips once you see the smoke come out of the tube. Quickly place the tube into the VITAMIX container and allow the smoke to fill it up. The soup will also be blending in the smoke. Place your lid cap on and shut the VITAMIX off. Now you can see the smoke is filled up in the container. Now allow it to sit for 10 minutes. Here's a fun idea for you guys. Place the Breville Cloche over your bowl of soup and fill it full of hickory smoke. Right in front of your guest you're serving it to, lift the cloche and the presentation will amaze your guests. It's the little things that matter. Garnish with your favorite herbs and seasonings. Let's make seasoned smoked almonds. So I'm putting in 1 tablespoon of my own seasonings to 16 ounces of almonds. Now you can add any seasonings you like in the suitable amount. You should also add 1 teaspoon of oil for the seasonings to stick. Now give them a toss so the almonds are well coated, and you can use raw, but I prefer roasted almonds. I've covered it in plastic wrap and I'm using the hickory chips. When you fill it with as much smoke as possible, remove the hose and seal the wrap. No, don't worry you guys, you won't start coughing, okay? The smoke actually makes the house smell amazingly good. During the 10-minute wait, give the almonds a toss to receive an even amount of smoke. Now you should repeat the smoking procedure and the tossing at least 3 times. In case you were wondering, you guys, you could also smoke non-alcoholic drinks like this lemonade. Now the main event, my charcuterie board. Many of the things we smoked are on this board. Here's some dried salami I smoked a day ago, which you can see I made into an hors d'oeuvre with smoked olives and cheese. And here's our smoked cheese and almonds, our smoked olives. And here's one of my favorites. I smoked this brie cheese with the Smoking Gun Pro. And here's a cashew dip I made, great for others who are on dairy restrictions. It's simply cashews, water, Italian seasonings, and olive oil. I smoked it right in the VITAMIX as I was blending it together. Also, I have grapes and cherries. Oh yes, I can't forget, this is an orange marmalade fig spread. Now here's an idea for you guys. I'm using a non-porous wooden pizza peel, a different take than using a standard cutting board. The handle on the pizza peel makes for a nice presentation as you carry it to the hors d'oeuvres table. Now, if you're pressed for time, you can smoke multiple food items together. Just make sure they all need the same smoked chips and the same smoke time in terms of how many smoking sessions they need. So here you can see I have the cheddar and Monterey Jack, Italian olives, and the dry salami sitting on a rack that allows the smoke to go underneath and upwards, as well as circulating the bottom of the dry salami. After covering with plastic wrap, simply smoke starting on the low to medium speed setting. When satisfied with the amount of smoke, remove the hose and seal the wrap. One more presentation idea for you guys. Fire up the Smoking Gun Pro and blow smoke all over your charcuterie board right in front of your guests on the table. Believe me when I tell you, your guests will feel like they are getting dinner theater at a high-end restaurant. And it's not just dinner theater, you guys. When they taste the smoked cheese, meats, nuts, and olives, or even the dip, they will think you instantly smoked them all right in front of them. But you really did it behind the scenes. It's our little secret. There are so many things you can smoke. A charcuterie board makes for a beautiful presentation, but there's always something slightly missing, and that extra flavor of smoke completes it. Here are some of the best uses for the Breville Smoking Gun Pro: smoking cheese, fruits, veggies, meats, nuts, beverages, and more. Not a recommended use for the Breville Smoking Gun Pro: smoking whole turkeys, whole prime rib, foods that need to be smoked while cooking them, and you don't want to buy the smoking gun to replace your outdoor smoker. A couple of things I'm not crazy about, you guys, but I think I understand the point of at least one of them. The fan speed dial. Now, it doubles as the power switch. So, when you turn it on, the fan speed is at its highest. This means the most smoke starts blowing out rapidly. You'll have to decrease the speed to reduce the amount of smoke output. Now, I would have preferred for it to power up on low speed and allow the user to increase the smoke as they need it. I still would have preferred a dedicated on-off switch so the user wouldn't have to run the speed dial up and blow out more smoke just to turn it off. Breville sells their own smoke chips, and honestly, these are done right. There are plenty of other brands, but these are specifically created for a smoking gun. Now, there are flavors of hickory, mesquite, applewood, and cherrywood, and my favorite being hickory, as it has a strong smoke taste of cured bacon. The chips on the left are the Breville smoke chips. They're evenly cut with no visible chunks. And it's important to have even cuts, you guys, because sporadic chunks mixed in with shreds causes uneven burning. These chips on the right are from a third party, and they have chunks mixed in with seeds and uneven cutting of the wood. And it took me much longer to light these due to the chunks, while the smaller bits burned before the chunks were fully lit. Lastly, the smoking gun comes in two versions. The standard version is on the right in silver and has 2 speeds and a smaller chamber barrel. It sells for $99.95 USD. The Smoking Gun Pro on the left, while made for commercial use, is the one I recommend for anyone. I prefer the adjustable speed dial. The base and longer chamber barrel are more weighted for stability while in use. Now, the Smoking Gun Pro sells for $149.95 USD. You guys, please use my links to order either one of these on the Breville website. It helps me and doesn't cost you anything. Sometimes I'll have special deals listed on my website. Everything shown in the video will be listed below the video and the links to view them in order. And that's my review of the Breville Smoking Gun Pro. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I always appreciate you. And please remember to visit me on blendingwithhenry.com. See you soon.